Fort Myers, Florida. It's your turn. Hello there.
Good evening, Bruce. Thank you so much for talking to me. I've enjoyed your show for many, many years. It's the first time that I've ever had time to avail myself of your knowledge.
Well, what's on your mind, sweetheart?
I do telemarketing for charities, and I travel at one town in South Carolina for about a month.
When
I go
you say
there.
telemarketing for charities, what does that mean?
I do fundraising.
You get on the phone and hustle people for...
That's not the problem.
Oh, excuse me. Hustle was not the word we were looking for.
Not at all.
You persuade them to buy...
I hire people to do that for me.
Okay.
And that's primarily my problem. I've been doing this town for 4 years and using some of the same people every year when I go in.
Uh-huh.
Well, this year I had a young girl, about 21 years of age, that stole 5 checks out of my checkbook.
You mean blank checks?
Blank checks out of sequence.
Okay.
And signed about $1,100 worth of checks, which she cashed. I think she actually did it, some of them while I was there, and then when I left, she also cashed some. It came to about $1,100.
All right. Go ahead.
I discovered this when I wanted to transfer funds from that bank in South Carolina to another interest-bearing account that I have.
Mm-hmm. These are personal checks, I take
No,
it.
this is my corporation.
Oh, corporate checks? Okay.
Corporate checks.
Go ahead.
And they notified me. I got a notice. I was on the road, and I came back, and I had this notice that if they did that, I would be about $400 overdrawn.
You OD'd, okay.
And I couldn't understand it. So my statement was due to come in, and that was the 1st of March. It came in on the 4th.
Okay, so here was $1,100. Now, was she authorized to draw checks for you guys?
Oh, goodness, no.
Okay,
I'm the only
fine.
signature that's...
Well, then what you do is what did you do? Let's put it that way.
Well, I called the bank immediately. I have a telephone call.
Yep. Okay, and what did you do?
I called and told them that the checks were outright forgeries.
Mm-hmm.
I sent the checks with an affidavit to the bank. They debited back. She had cashed 4 of the checks in small grocery accounts.
They credited your account then?
They accredited my account all for one that she cashed in their bank, and they refused to give me that one was for $280.
Well, because they're responsible for that one.
Well, I thought so, but
That's their problem.
They said, Susie. They said, sue me.
You got to be kidding.
No, I called a local lawyer.
Hold it. You don't want to call. Well, what did the lawyer say? But let's accelerate here to get you straightened out. Go ahead.
Okay. I called the local lawyer, and he called me back and said, well, they say that you have to sue them, and I can't handle the case because it would cost me more money.
Of course. But what is this, a national bank or
it's a national bank.
All right. Then what you're going to do, you're not going to mess around with them. You're going to make a complaint to the Fed.
Okay.
And you say, look, they are responsible for previous endorsements. It's not a question of suing. You have signed an affidavit that this was not your signature. Since their people honored a check without checking the signature, which is on file of all the people in the world that have no excuse, it's the bank where the check was drawn, because your signature card is right there. All you do is trot it out.
Mm-hmm.
And since they didn't do that, and I can understand why they wouldn't if it was a modest amount, they're still on the hook.
Well, I should think so, but they insist that they will not do it.
Well, but that's why I'm telling you to go to the Feds, because these are the guys that control them.
Do
that
I go
license
to the state? To the state?
You're not listening to me. No, ma'am, they're not licensed by the state. If it's in their name, does it have NA, National Association?
There's national in there.
In that case, does it say National Association?
No, it doesn't. It just says such and such national bank.
All right, and it's an NA bank.
Uh-huh.
What you do is you call the Federal Reserve, the nearest major Federal Reserve bank in your area.
Okay.
And there are like 10 of them, I think, in the country, something of that kind. And they will direct you to the person or department where you will lodge your complaint.
Okay, I don't have to go to the State Banking Commission.
The State Banking Commission has nothing to do with them.
Okay.
They're not licensed by the state. If it was a state bank, yes, that's where you'd go.
Now, what do I do to prosecute this girl? I think
not
it's
up to
reprehensible.
you may think so, but that's not up to you to do.
It isn't?
No, ma'am. That's up to the district attorney in whatever jurisdiction this happened in.
I see. Bruce, you've been very helpful.
I wish you well, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.